Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Guild Wars 1 Let's Play. We're here doing another dungeon. This time, Sepulchre of Dragrimmar. We did a lot of the Assyrian area ones. I'm going to save Shards of War for a little bit until I can get some friends to do that for fun, for old time's sake. I think I'm just going to bounce around between the rest of the ones that we have, just to, keep it a little different. We have a couple annoying ones left that are going to be a little rough. We have Locks and Destruction Depths, or not Destruction Depths, Heart of the Shiver Peaks, which are dungeons I'm not super familiar with, so those should be interesting. But most of the other ones I am pretty familiar with. But let's talk to the quest here. So, this is a dungeon I've done a lot back in the day because I used to run people through this dungeon for money. Yalka, one who understands dwarves. Yes, I think he'd be more than suitable. Listen to my tale. After many years of searching, I have tracked down an artifact of great importance to the dwarven people. The anvil of Dragrimmar. Some say the great dwarf himself stood at this anvil, forged great and powerful weapons, as much as he forged our people. Alas, time clouds the stories, and the anvil's resting place was lost, but we know it lies in wait for a time when our people will need it once again. We believe the time is nigh, and my research led me here. I have explored the depths of Sepulchre, but the traps befuddle me. I'm at heart a fighter, not a thinker. I need someone with the wit to navigate the traps and strength to brave the terrors below to escort me to the anvil. If you're willing to help me, the dwarven people will be extremely indebted to you. Okie dokie. Let's go. It's a pretty easy dungeon. It's just a lot of running. You can do this on a bunch of different classes. And if you're bringing heroes for this dungeon, it's probably not, again, not a bad idea to bring just pretty standard stuff. There's not a lot of really unique mechanics in this dungeon that would like kind of affect the way you would team build for heroes. I would just bring like standard, a lot of, maybe I'd predate more towards anti-caster, but that'd be about the only like thing that I maybe would consider, since the end boss is basically just a really powerful ice elemental. But what you're supposed to do in this dungeon basically is you run around and go to these different proofs. Proof of kinship, there's a couple others. But you just go back and forth, basically. There's also a dungeon that can be run without cons. Realistically, I would just use like a cupcake on a sin. You can do it pretty easily. So this is a way to farm Dwarven Rep, especially during double weeks, if it's a run you're pretty comfortable with doing. You see 1 or 2 cupcakes. Heading up here to the other. No, of course. I had a feeling I would do that, but I wanted to test. I needed to wait till I was farther back here to actually cancel that, that Shadow of Haste, but whatever. It's not a big deal. It's already a very short dungeon, so not a big deal if I have to spend an extra 10 seconds running. There's another morale boost. But yeah, you don't have to fight any bosses in this entire dungeon. You see it, make sure you open all the gates, and you'll be fine for this first floor. The second floor, you play a little bit differently, but not a bad dungeon. Pretty cool. I really like a lot of the ice cavern aesthetic it has. It's a pretty cool dungeon, looks-wise. Here we go. So here we have all these avalanches. I want to use all these frost elementals for aggro for the boss. Especially if you're doing this on a Sin, you need to pre-clear these. On a Ranger, you technically don't need to, but I'm just going to, just so we don't have as much damage when we're fighting the boss. Alright, let's just bring our elementals with us. We just whirl it down. Not very hard, but it might just take us a little bit of time to get through. I got a cold shield on because he does cold damage. And here's like the anvil that the guy was looking for. There we go. That's all there is to it. Diamond. Kill off the rest of these guys. Ooh, another rare. But yep, that's all to this dungeon. It's a pretty quick one, pretty easy one, even if you're not doing it like the fast way. Just because this floor, as you can see, was very, very short. We only spent like 4 minutes, and even if you're using heroes, you realistically only have to kill like what, an extra group and one extra mob on your way here. Very easy, very easy. Heck, if you wanted me to be completely honest, if you wanted to do this dungeon, you wanted to farm Dwarven Rep or something like that, I would maybe consider just running some kind of Shadow Form Runner build on your main, you know, whatever way you need to get it to work. So you could perma SF, whether that's Deadly Paradox, whether that's Glyph of Swiftness, whether that's using VOS on a Dervish, some kind of Obby Flesh build, maybe even on an Elementalist, whatever. Do that, and then just use your heroes to kill this floor, because, like, there's, what, 4 groups here? And you can ball them if you have Shadow Form, so you ball and your party should be able to spike them down pretty easily. See if we get anything else from here. There's a door there, no clue where that leads. But there's no way to, like, open it, so. Nope, nothing. But yeah, there's no way to, like, open that door or anything, so no clue where that leads. But here's a Outrider buddy coming with us. Pretty cool. Not a very memorable dungeon. Not part of the story. Not, you know, super relevant to anything, but a cool little one. It's got a unique staff in there that's like an icicle. That's like the coolest thing that comes from there. Let's get our reward. It's true then, the anvil exists, I dare not hope, but this great work you've done, friend. As I meditate here, I may learn to be a better smith, to be able to keep my people, to be able to help my people in their coming travails. Take this as a sign of gratitude owed ye by the entire dwarven nation, friend. Some experience. How much do we get from that? 1.1k? So like 1.2 on a dwarven weekend. And max title is like 1.28. So like, or 108. Not the fastest way by any stretch of the imagination, but not a bad way to get dwarven rep. During a double week, if you want to do like 20 runs, 30 runs to get you like basically the entire way there. But that's going to be all for today. I want to thank you all for coming out. I hope you have a great day. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.